What is figure ground perception in psychology? Imagine looking at a picture and suddenly seeing a vase or two faces in profile. How does your brain decide what to focus on first? That's where figure ground perception comes into play. It's a key part of how we see and interpret the world around us. When you look at something, your brain doesn't just see a jumble of shapes and colors. Instead, it organizes the visual information into two main parts, the figure and the ground. The figure is what catches your eye first, the object or shape that stands out. The ground is everything else around it, usually less detailed or less noticeable. This process helps us focus on what's important in a busy scene. For example, if you see a tree in a park, your brain recognizes the tree as the figure. The sky and background trees become the ground. If you shift your attention, the background might become the figure, and the tree might fade into the background. This switching is automatic and quick. It's how we can look at a crowded street and pick out a friend's face or read a sign. This perception relies on certain clues your brain uses. Contrast is a big one. A dark object on a light background is easier to see. Size and enclosure also matter. A small shape inside a larger space can be seen as a figure. Position and edges help too. Sharp, defined edges are more likely to be seen as the figure. Figure ground perception is a core idea in Gestalt psychology, which says our minds tend to see whole shapes rather than just parts. It explains why we group shapes together and how we make sense of overlapping images. When you see a picture that looks like both a face and a vase, your brain chooses which one to see first. This process isn't just about pictures. It's vital in everyday life. When you recognize a face in a crowd or find your keys on a cluttered table, your brain is using figure ground perception. Artists and designers also use it to guide your attention, making certain parts of a piece stand out more. In simple terms, figure ground perception is how your mind sorts through what you see to pick out the main objects from the background. It helps you understand your environment quickly and efficiently. Without it, the world would seem like a confusing mess of shapes and colors. Instead, your brain actively organizes what you see, making sense of the visual chaos around you.